Okay. Hello, it's me, Mystery. What's up? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's kind of crazy that I'm even recording this video right now, but here we go. I don't need this here. Okay. We are good, right? It is always strange doing these, and you know what? I'm sorry if that breaks the immersion, seeing my streaming and recording software, but hey. I want to make sure everything's fine. I think everything's good. So, yeah, this is a tier list I thought of making. This is a MultiVersus tier list, except the characters are ranked based on how good the source material is. This is probably going to be a very controversial list, especially since I haven't seen some of this stuff, but okay. Let's just to get this out of the way real quick. I already made most of it, but I need to fix this. Okay. We'll call it garbage. We'll call it garbage. Does this music loop weird? The music cut out. That's great. It should come back. Okay, it's just gonna do that a bunch, even though I pick the 10-hour compilation version. That's great. Anyway, let's be quick about this. I have not seen Game of Thrones. Ironically, Arya is the character I want to main the most. I've played her only a few matches, but she definitely, like, the way she zips around with her sword, I think I could get accustomed to it. Kind of fits me, but yeah, I'm still not sure. Man, this is gonna be a rough list. This might not have been a good idea because Batman I have seen. Also, the rules are basically like all of their source material pretty much. I think Batman fits pretty well in there because everyone knows Batman, but you have to consider Batman v Superman, and like he hasn't had a perfect run, you know. Like, people know Batman, but they know a certain perception of Batman. I definitely think there's a lot of good Batman stuff out there, but it's definitely not perfect. So I think I'm gonna leave him in high art. Bugs Bunny though. Bugs Bunny though. This is kind of. This might get me in trouble, but Bugs Bunny is definitely like immortal status. Like, have you ever seen a bad Bugs Bunny short? I don't think I've ever seen a bad Bugs Bunny short. Everyone knows who he is. I'm sure everyone has laughed at him at some point in their life, unless they're just a stickler. You know, I think it's a pretty fair pick, right? Right? Like, who else would you put up in here? Like, this tier is just like they ascend from pop culture to where, like, their source material is just so widely known and stuff. I mean, maybe it's only known in the States, I don't know, but he is one of the most influential cartoon characters ever, so I think it's very fitting to put him at the top of the list here. Let's just keep going. This is some good pace. Finn from Adventure Time. I grew up watching bits and pieces of Adventure Time. I never watched the full show. I'm gonna put Adventure Time here. Adventure Time, like, it has such a unique vibe to it that I think is like, it sets it apart from all the other cartoons, right? I'm very tempted to put it here, but I just, like, I don't know, man. some Adventure Time episodes really do just feel like they're just screwing around, and yeah, it's fun and stuff, but I don't feel like every episode is as like I don't remember. I feel like I remember more like silly episodes that kind of get like carried because of how good the tone and the how immersive the world is with how like different it feels. It's got a very unique style to it and it sticks to it. I just remember like this one episode where Finn gets this like baby thing and it shoots out jelly and it's like really unsettling and it like almost dies. Like episodes like that, just that's what I remember as a kid. I really want to rewatch it, and maybe when I do, I'll think it's high art, but right now, don't think it's that great. So, Adventure Time goes in pretty good. This is where things get interesting. Like, what do we put for Harley? Harley was in the Arkham games. She was in Batman the Animated Series. That's where she originated from, right? I think it's only fair to put Harley in pretty good, right? Because Batman the Animated Series is regarded as like one of the best Batman media based things ever. And I have seen it, and I do say it's pretty good. I would not say it's like the greatest Batman thing of all time, but the stories are pretty good for a kids show. To make you think, is this really a kids show? Especially with some of the episodes. Although there were a couple episodes in season 1 that I've seen so far that were just like a slog to get through, mainly because they didn't have any good villains in them. But yeah, I think Harley's source material belongs here. Oh boy. This is the most dangerous one, I think. This is the most dangerous one. Because Steven Universe fans are passionate. And if you say, like, if you try to call the show out, they'll probably just say, how could you hate a show with such great themes of friendship and showing the good in everybody? And I say to that, I remember as a kid, I waited for new episodes to come out all the time, and it's just a 50-50 shot of whether you get a good episode with a good story, or you get the Gems playing baseball, or Steven finds a bag of chips and like makes a seagull choke on it, then he fights a monster at the end. Like some of those episodes are just not very good in my opinion. Like there are a lot of filler stuff. And the story itself that it gets praised for is questionable in some respects. I would not put it in garbage. It's a good show, but I wouldn't put it in pretty good, and some of it just gets me like why? Like we don't need some random episodes with like every single citizen in the beach town. The main interest of the show is the superhero gems you have. Please, why is there so many filler in that show? I stopped at season 3, by the way, halfway through season 3 as a kid. And I'm only talking about memories. If I rewatch the show now, maybe I'd like it more. So yeah, please tell me in the comments. Yes, you definitely should rewatch it because it's super duper good, and you'll definitely change your mind. Please tell me, and I'll be more inclined to do so. Rain Dog, I guess we put him for MultiVersus, right? I say MultiVersus is a pretty good game. It's got good potential. Right now the game's kind of broken, but they're gonna fix it. I believe in MultiVersus. ScoobyDoo. let's not kid ourselves here. Okay, I'm gonna put Scooby-Doo in high pretty good because Scooby-Doo is, it's like, it has such a legacy to it, but when you really think about it, is it that great? Because the formula is like treaded over so much in every iteration of Scooby-Doo. Like the whole show is the formula. They go to a place, some spooky stuff happens, they run from the ghost, they catch the ghost. It was someone they met in the first two minutes of the short. Like, that's it. That's all of Scooby-Doo for the past, like, what? Yeah, 60 years that it's been going on. I don't know, that's kind of like a pretty harsh generalization, but still. I think that's fair. Actually, it's more like 50 years, because even though it came out in the 60s, it came out in 69, I think, the first one. Yeah, I grew up watching Scooby-Doo. I was a big fan. I mean, it's a good show, and it's got that status to go up here, but I don't think the quality of the show really deserves it that much. I mean, there is some really good Scooby-Doo shows, but there's also some really just not so good ones. I remember like the one where they're kids, like a pup named Scooby-Doo. I remember that one being a lot more like satisfying to watch as a kid. I don't know how to explain it, but like I just remember liking it a lot for some reason. But like you can't find it anywhere anymore. I'm sure there's like some box set, but I mean, I doubt they air it on Boomerang like they used to. And then there's Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, I think it's called. It's like it was a genuine attempt at an animated series, and I didn't watch TV that much at that time, so I never watched it. But it looks really good. I want to try it. I really like the tone they did for that one, because it's got a lot more spooky tone. Okay, Superman. This one's interesting. Okay, so what do we consider here? Superman comics. I mean, you think about that. I'm not a comic person. Like, yeah, you can call me a nerd or whatever, but I don't know that stuff that well. I only know a few of the stories. Like, I indulge in anything that's good, right? So there is some stuff I've heard every now and then. Like, you gotta listen to this Batman story. Like the Arkham Asylum graphic novel they did. I own that. I need to finish that novel. Anyway, Superman. Let's go off the movies. The Christopher Reeve stuff, like in the 70s, I think. I actually like those movies. I remember them as a kid. I don't think I watched the third or the fourth one, but they look kind of not so good. And then you have to consider Man of Steel. You gotta consider Man of Steel and Justice League and Batman v Superman, which I thought were good at the time, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna put Superman in there, because now that I think about it, like, the first Superman movie is pretty timeless. It's pretty good. You can make a case for Man of Steel, I guess. And I'm sure there's some pretty good Superman stories, but I think his image gets weighed down quite a bit from his movies and stuff. Superman 2, back in the 70s or 80s or whenever it came out, I remember liking that movie as well. I'm not sure. It wasn't too bad. Also, there's Steven. He can stay here. Alright, Taz. I don't remember a single Taz short in my life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what to put them in. I don't remember anything. I know I've seen it. I watched so many Looney Tunes as a kid. But I don't remember Taz. I don't remember any of his shorts, so they can't be that great, right? I don't know. Prove me wrong in the comments. Tell me about this 10 out of 10 IMDb rated Tasmanian Devil cartoon. And I will check it out, I guess. Iron Giant. I'm just kidding. I've never seen it. Never seen it. People will say, oh my god, that movie, I cry every time. It's so good. It's perfect. It's my favorite movie. Never seen it. Never even heard of it until I was on the internet quite a bit. I don't know. It's strange. It's strange that like this is the character that everyone's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they added him. Oh, Iron Giant, want to play Iron Giant. I mean, I get it. If you like the movie, like the movie, you know. I'm not bashing it or anything. I'm sure it's good. It looks good. Always wanted to try it, but over the years, I have heard so many things about this movie, and I have not seen it. Tom and Jerry. Here's the thing. Tom and Jerry, they're good. You know, the Chuck Jones cartoons, pretty much immortal, really influential, good stuff. However, they are funny, but they don't have quite as much substance as the Bugs Bunny stuff. But I feel like everyone recognizes them, you know? So, yeah. Let's just get this out of the way. I think this is the only tier this belongs in. I haven't seen the film, but I watched enough reviews. I think I can get away with putting this here. Let's name this bad. Because I don't know if it's like that bad. I wouldn't call it offensive, but I just think it's dumb that the whole movie revolves around going to different worlds in Warner Brothers' own movies and stuff. Like, it's just an ad. It's just an ad. Just an advertisement. Which is kind of crazy. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a very interesting comic book character. I actually like her stuff. I wouldn't say it's up there, but I definitely want to put it above Superman. I thought the new movie, I'm thinking, when I say new movie, I think of the first Wonder Woman movie, because that was the last one that I think was in theaters. I don't think, was the second one in theaters? I don't know. I think it was only on streaming. Anyway, second movie sounds really bad. I did not watch it. It sounded so bad. Gal Gadot. I don't think her acting's that bad. Some people don't like her acting as Wonder Woman. I think she's got some good source material stuff. I don't really know how good the comics are perceived and stuff. Like I said, I'm not really into delving into comics that much. So do we put her at the top of meh just to balance it out? Like, she had one pretty good movie and one not so good, borderline awful movie. So we put her at the top of meh. Is that fair? I guess that's fair. Rick and Morty. Here's the thing. I haven't seen all of Rick and Morty, but I've seen enough, I think, to rate it. I think I'm gonna put it here. I haven't seen all of Rick and Morty, but like, come on. I'm sure the episodes are kind of similar enough, you know. I know it's not episodic. It's a whole series, and while they do just have crazy adventures from time to time, there's some stuff that's like intertwined with story bits, so you gotta follow it all. That stuff I don't really know much about. It seems good from what I know, and from the episodes that I did watch, they were pretty interesting. Like, it's a good sci-fi show. but some of the jokes are not very good. Like, as much as the Pickle Rick thing gets memed, it's just so random, man. It's like why? Why? I don't understand. Not a big fan, so I think that lets the show down a little bit. But I think it's fine it tries to be mature. I just don't think, like, you have to have a pretty high IQ to watch Rick and Morty. No. Some parts of it are really silly. Narrative seems to be pretty good. It's a little annoying to me from what I've watched, but I feel like if I did watch all of it, I would like it. So I'm gonna put it in pretty good, but I have not seen all of it, so just keep in mind that this isn't like the end all be all for what I think of Rick and Morty, because I have not I've not really even sat down and gave it the old watch over, the old analysis. But yeah, there you have it. All of the MultiVersus roster that has been confirmed, rated based on how good their source material it was to me. This is all opinions. Please don't cancel me. Alright, that about wraps it up. I don't want these videos to be too long. Just wanted to be a fun little thing to watch. Yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more tier list videos. Have any ideas for more tier list videos? Do you agree? Disagree? Like, what do you think about this list? And feel free to make a list of this on your own. I just didn't see anyone that had done this yet, so I thought I'd do it just to, you know, just to have my piece of the MultiVersus tier list video pie. But yeah, I believe that's all for now. Thank you for watching, for all those who did, and that has been the ranking, the tier list for every character based on source material. If this was based on how much I like the character in game, he would not belong here. Alright, goodbye. Please ignore that I did not edit